Someone once said, "Don't judge a book if you are not a judge." School was about to start for the privileged students of Eastern Academy, London. Besides the things a student usually does, there are friends, balls, proms, parties, and dates. But there are also liars, gossipers, cheaters, backstabbers, and worst of all, the judging eyes of the people. After all, everyone judges. Last day of summer. The sun was slowly making its way down the cloudless blue skies. It was a beautiful day, and Nikki Brennan could not wait to go back to school. After all, she would be seeing Blair Howard's obnoxious little face everywhere. She absolutely despises Blair. Nikki thought it was impossible for someone to get straight A's, be part of the student council, do extracurricular activities, and look amazing at the same time. Worst of all, she is too nice. She is perfect. Nikki is sure it is all an act. Deep down, Blair is lying and acting, and she has a plan to prove it too. High school life is difficult. Besides the pile of work, people would talk about everything a person does. Doing simple things like using XD in texts, or if someone states that they like anime, would brand them as losers, lame, geeks, or nerds. Their peers would shun them if they wore rubber shoes and hang out. Surely, not everyone acts like their true selves in high school. Nikki believes Blair is one of them too. Nikki just arrived at Easton and she watched as Blair's thin frame passed through the main building's gigantic doors. As she made her way to the steps of the building, a group of sophomores greeted her. Losers, she thought. Their skirts are just way too long. She made her way to her group of friends. "Where's Mandy?" she asked.
She's fixing the stuff for later.
Darla said with a smug look on her face. Darla, who got a nose job over the summer. "Nice nose, by the way. I won't be seeing your gigantic boogers anymore," she said as she entered the building. Opinions. They affect people on a huge scale, especially for the youth. Simple trends would lead to bullying immediately. People try their best to hide their true selves so that they would not be shunned or be outcasts in their school, a place they spend most of their week in. Blair just left the principal's office. She was off to meet her polar opposite but best friend Ivy. Nikki saw them all the way from the entrance of the building. While Blair and Ivy were joking around, Nikki was contemplating. How can anyone act that nice and perfect? Maybe she was not acting, Nikki thought. Yeah, right. Darla, who was eyeing the pair, said,
How about we get her and her freak friend pissed off? Rally them up a bit?
Their group made their way to the two. They gave petty side comments. Ivy was the only one who was enraged. Blair was passive as ever. This made Nikki doubt herself, which only annoyed her even more. As the principal was giving his speech, Nikki and her group were decorating the cafeteria with posters of Blair and the principal together. Nikki's hands were shaking with nervousness and uncertainty. What if I am wrong about Blair? She thought. Whoa,
Your hands are shaking like crazy.
Mandy commented. Duh, excited of course, she replied. I just hope I'm right, she whispered. Nikki's plan ended badly, worse than she expected. Not only did she get a month's worth of detention, but everything she believed was wrong. Blair Howards did not get angry at all. But she tried to understand her. Nikki was utterly amazed. Blair's words were still echoing in her mind as she left the campus.
Hey, I don't know why you did what you did, but it's okay. I get your life is pretty messed up. Don't worry, mine is too.
People are blind. They do not try to open their minds and see the world through someone else's eyes. They do not try to understand what life may be like for someone else, especially a sad or poor man's shoes. In today's time, the opinions of people affect the way we act towards others a lot. Everyone will always have something to say, but sometimes, when a person is lucky enough, they get to meet someone who would actually try not to judge a person and try to understand what he or she is going through.